Hello everyone, my name is John. Today, I will tell you how to set up uploading new rows from Google Sheets to the Telnyx SMS mailing service. This is necessary in order to automatically transfer new lines from Google Sheets to other systems. For example, through Telnyx you can send SMS mailings and interact with them in every possible way in the future. Now let's move on to the setup. First you need to create a new connection. Next, you need to select the Google Sheets data source system. Now you need to select an action. Get rows new. At this stage you need to connect your Google Sheets account to the ApiX-Drive system. In this window, you must specify the username and password of your personal Google account. At this stage, be sure to check all the checkboxes for access. When the connected login is displayed in the list, select it. Then you need to specify the file and sheet from which the data will be uploaded. In the field Start Data Loading with Row Number, you must specify the row number from which you want to start uploading data. For example, if you have 1000 rows in the table, and you do not want to transfer all these rows, you need to specify the number 999 in order to start downloading from the last one. I have 2 rows in my table, so I will specify 2. Now you can set up a data filter. In this case there is no need for this, so just click Continue. At this stage, you see the data from the line that you specified in the settings. If everything suits you, click Next. On this setting of the Google Sheets data source has been successfully completed. Now you need to move on to setting up data reception. Select Telnyx as the data receiving system. Next, you need to select an action. Send SMS. At this stage you need to connect your Telnyx account to the ApiX-Drive system. In this window, you must specify the API key. To get it, go to your Telnyx personal account. Then go to the API keys section. If you have not yet created an API key, you can do it by clicking on the corresponding button. I will use the already created API key, copy it and paste it into the appropriate field in the ApiX-Drive system. When the required field is filled, click Save. When the connected login is displayed in the list, select it. At this point you see Telnyx fields to send SMS message. In the sender field, you must specify the phone number that will be used as the sender. This number must be pre-registered in your Telnyx account and linked to your profile. You can specify it manually. In the recipient field, you must specify a variable from Google Sheets that contains the user's phone number. In order to do this, click in the field and select a variable from the drop-down list. In the message field, you need to compose the text of the message that will be sent with each new line from Google Sheets. You can use both variables and write values manually. When all the required fields are filled, click Continue. At this point, you see an example of the data that will be sent as SMS on each new row in Google Sheets. If something does not suit you, click Edit and go back a step. In order to check the correctness of the settings, click Send Test Data to Telnyx. After successful sending, go to Telnyx and check the result. Then you need to go to the reporting section. Now we need to request a report. After you download the report, it will look like this. If everything suits you, return to the ApiX-Drive service and continue setting up. This completes Telnyx data reception setup successfully. Now you need to enable auto update and select the communication interval, for example, once every 5 minutes. That's all. I wish you successful integration settings and good luck.